source. So first of all, the introduction of the open source, the term open source refers to something people can modify and share because like it designed publicly as accessible. And the background information of the open source is originate in the content of the software development to design a special approach to create the computer programs. And what's next is the history of the open source. And it's in 1997, Eric Roman published his book called The Capturing and Market. And that book exposing in the hacker community and the principles of free software. And at the beginning of 1998, the paper received a great attention. So that's the history of the open source. And that brings us the first question: what is open source software? So the open source software is software with source code that anyone can inspect, modify, and to like fix and change about it. And the source code is the part of software that most computer users don't ever see. It's the code computer programs can populate to change. And what's the difference between the old source software and other software? The other softwares has security codes set only for the person, team, or organizations who created and maintains control over it. Can like modify, but people call the kind of software the per proprietary or like the closed source software. So the next is open source software vs the proprietary software. Uh, Only the original authors of potential software can legally copy, inspect, and like the alter the software, and the computer's users must agree, like using usually by signing a license displayed for the first time and run of the software. And good examples of the proprietary software is the Microsoft Office and Adobe Photoshop. The next, the next is there's some difference between the open source software and the proprietary software. The open the authors make the soft code the authors make the open source code available to others who would like to wear the code, copy it, and learn from it. Also, maybe share it. And a good example for this is the LibreOffice and the GNU programs. And that brings us to the next question: is the computer programs important, or can I ask like is the open source software only important to the computer programs? So the answer is no. The open source technology and open source thinking both benefit the programs and non-programmers. And next we'll have a competition about open source software and commercial software. So the commercial software doesn't give access to its source code because the software is someone else's intentional profit. As a result, users often pay for it OSS, and on the other hand, is a collaborate of effort. The software is shared perfect among all who have helped develop and or alter it. And the next is open source software compared with the free software. The similar part for this is both deal with the ability to download and modify software without a restriction or charge. So, so we can see like they don't charge and give like special rules for the users. That's a advantage for it. But they still have some differences. Is the free software is a concept developed in the 1980s by MIT Computer Science Research, and the man is called Richard Steinman. It is defined by like four conditions to create the free software. That like is that is outlined by the non-profit Free Software Foundation. So these four freedoms give the ability of users to use and enjoy the software as they see it. And my last part is the advantage for the open source. There are three major advantage. The first is like it can qualify, can be easily and greatly improved when its source code is passed around, tested, and fixed. The next is it can be more secure than the other software because bugs and potential are fixed quickly. And the last is there's the there's little chance it can become unwearable or quickly out mode is to important plus for the long-term project. And that's all my project. Thanks for watching.